code that it's only run when you call it, and you can reuse that code several times across your program. A class, you use it to define what we call objects. Objects are very useful in programming because they allow you to create different, let's say, instances or abstractions within your code that have properties and methods. And this is a very clean way of getting stuff done within coding. And finally, ways to organize information like lists are very useful dictionaries, programming because they allow you to create are very generic across languages. Let's say instances or try somehow to put an order into information that we store in our code. And methods. Then what we did is we had 3 examples within coding. And finally, ways to organize information like lists are very useful dictionaries that are interacting with the internet somehow. We started talking a little bit about web scraping, what it is. Somehow, web scraping is a technique that we use in order for download then source code of the website and then understand what they have inside. If we do inspect element in this website and we download this code and we analyze item by item what they say, that is basically web scraping. We would do it in started talking a little bit about let's say automatic or programmatic way. Then since a lot of websites don't like when we do this, we were talking about what they have APIs. APIs are instances or ways that download website code and serves item by item data from their servers in what we call endpoints. So basically, we do a query on the API and they return some data. This generally is the way that you interact with any database online. You normally have to get a token, which is a password somehow to identify yourself, and then you can ask questions. And the sample that we saw is that we were starting to do questions to Twitter, one query on the API, trying to get these requests talking about that you interact with database online. We defined a class that was Twitter listener somehow, and then we opened a stream of tweets, and every time that we were getting a tweet talking about coronavirus, then a piece of code was being executed. This code, if it's not here, I will send it to you, which is not here. So let me see if I can share with you all this code. Sorry, Antoine, I'm not sure what's going on. Do you have any sound of images? I am talking to the void, or is it? I should be sharing my.
We're listening to you, but right now we're watching the multiple offline cameras.
Okay. No, it's because there's a comment in the chat saying, I'm not sure what's going on. Do you have any sound or images? I guess that Antoine, is not getting the. Okay, let me send you this.
Right now, the screen that we have is like the chat, correct?
So no, that doesn't work. Sharing with you, this doesn't work. So I'll send it via email. This piece of code.
What if we could send it on the channel of Riot, like a channel for Riot for today, instead of having everything everywhere?
Sorry?
Is it possible to share it on Riot rather than the email? Or whatever.
Yeah, but the problem is that not everyone is in Riot.
Vale. Okay.
Give me a second. I received some feedback from Lynn. You have to meet.
Okay.
Okay, so Pablo. I'm sending you an email with this, and I'll be ready in a second. Okay.
Oscar, I was trying to run the code you shared in the last class, the one about requesting data, but it says for this we will use the requests library, but when you click on the request library, it opened a link that says, sorry, this page does not exist yet. Maybe this is not for today, but I was just trying to see because I wasn't in the last class.
Okay, probably that has moved. So if you Google or DuckDuckGo Python requests, that's what we are looking for.
Thank you.
So to Andrea, Lynn, Adele, Daniel, Yep. I'm sending just an email. Can you guys put your emails on the chat? And it's gonna be easier for me to. Well, probably it's just easier if I just take. I have almost all of them already. Okay, Andrea. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I have you all, except I don't know if someone else in time. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so email sent. So you should receive an email very soon containing a very suspicious file that is called Twitter virus. Hopefully that doesn't get blocked by the server. What this contains is the sample of last week plus a little bit extra code. So the idea that we will do today, so that to make it a little bit more interactive, is to try and work instead of with the text editor. We will try to work with this with Jupyter. Jupyter is an interface for managing or interacting with Python in a more interactive way that comes with well, that is deployed in the browser. Basically, you can type code in what we call cells here, and then they will get executed when you press Shift Enter. So I will show you this so that you can see when I'm writing the code, and then I will send you the code that we generate. How do you get access to this? If you visit Anaconda and you download, as you already did, this distribution, it comes with distribution of Jupyter Lab and Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook is the beginning, is the first project that integrates this thing on the browser. So it's basically rendering Python and other types of codes into the browser, so into Firefox or Chrome or something like that. And then Jupyter Lab is an extension of that. It's a little bit like the next generation for the notebook interface. What are notebooks? Notebooks are these files. So is IPyNB, which is Interactive Python Notebook, and it's basically a way to interact with Python that is very flexible and that can allow you to easily make iterations and try to build code a little bit faster. Basically, everyone that is working with data analysis or image processing or big data, these type of things that try to do a lot of experimentation and research is working with in this type of interfaces. And then, if you want, you can migrate and work on the normal script. So